Obviously, we've got a lot more work we want to do on this document to finish up this digital illustration, but we're already at a stage where we'd like to see how we can export this and submit it for review. Actually, before we get started on that, there's some differences in the thickness of the lines that are making up these shapes that are they're kind of bothering me a little bit. It's a slight variation, and it comes through the process of resizing. But I just want to get all of the stroke weights for every shape that's here to be the same thing. So I'm going to draw out a selection with my selection tool of everything that's here. And I want to switch the stroke not to a different color, but I'm going to use maybe this drop down, and I'm going to select 1 point. It's a slight difference, but maybe you can see in the stars and in some other things that we have more uniformity in the way that our lines are drawn. All right, so then in order to be able to share this with most people, we need to stop having it be an AI Illustrator file that only people with the Illustrator program can open. And we're going to export it as a JPEG to share in our class. So you need to go to the File menu and come down to Export. We're going to export as. That's going to open up this dialog, and I want it to go, let's have it. It's in an Illustrator folder for school for digital arts, and maybe I'll put it in this examples folder. And it's a simple shapes drawing, but I'm going to update this name and call it outlines also. And the file type that I want is JPEG. That was already selected for me. If it isn't for you, click on this drop down and choose the JPEG file type. In this case, I think maybe we will go ahead and use artboards, so we can check that box just so that if anything is extended off of our artboard, it's going to be ignored, and we'll just focus on what is in the white section of our illustration on our white background. And then we can click export. And let's see, we want to keep our color model as RGB. We can keep the full resolution or full quality. This is changing our resolution down from where we set it originally to 72 pixels per inch, which I think is going to be good. We don't need this to be a gigantic file to share with people. So we'll go ahead and make that change to 72. So basically, you don't need to switch anything on here. And click OK. And that file is made. Doesn't pop up with anything. It's just there in that folder. So to turn that in for our class, we're going to go into Canvas to our digital arts course, click on our button for modules, and scroll down to this assignment called Drawing with Simple Shapes. Open that up, and our file belongs in a reply to this discussion, embedded as an image. So you have a button up here above your text field for embedding an image. Go ahead and click on that. We want to upload the file we're going to embed into the Canvas directory. So whatever folder you can click on here, I'm going to go to Unfiled in my files. Whatever one you can click on that will get your upload file button to work, to not be grayed out and instead light up blue when you hover over it, then go ahead and click to upload the file. You might need to do a little bit of navigation to get to the folder where your file exists. I need to go in here to digital arts examples, and then we can see it right here. Simple shapes, drawing outlines, 01. And click to open. And the upload happens. Tells us right here that it's in. And we need to go down to the bottom. So scroll down just a little bit and click update. And now our file is placed right there in the text field. We can hit post reply. And we all are really going to be posting essentially the same picture, maybe a little bit of difference in the location of some of our shapes and the size of our hills and our grass and stuff like that, but it should all be primarily just about the same thing. Okay, that's it. We'll see you in the next video.